Well, another concern after this storm, those who are trying to deceive and steal, trying to prey on those desperately trying to pick up the pieces after this storm. 24 Hour News 8's Leon Hendricks is on this part of the story. He's joining us live from Kentwood tonight. Leon?
Yeah, Marley, good evening. It is sad that we have to think about this, but it certainly is an issue. When we see disasters happen, folks tend to step in and try and take advantage of the situation. And there is still a lot of work that's got to be done in this area. As you can see behind me, there are trees down. There's still a lot of damage that you can see just by driving down the roads. And a lot of folks even put out of their homes because of some of this damage. Now, some of that is putting them in a desperate situation, in a situation where they may be too quick to accept that first hand that reaches out to help.
It sounded like a freight train. It was just extremely loud.
There's no bones about it. It is a mess out here. The falling rain and thunder sounds have been replaced by buzzing chainsaws. And for some, the mess is worse than others.
Find someone to fix it.
Sadly, it's also a time where some will take advantage of people who may be in a desperate situation.
Any kind of a disaster, someone's going to find some way to take advantage of somebody.
Police were quick to put the warning out.
Pay no money up front. Get with your insurance company. Talk to your insurance company about what needs to be done around your residence. And the unfortunate reality of it is a situation like this sometimes brings out certainly the best of people, but also the worst of people as well.
But today we also learned of a familiar face working the streets out here, a man who now faces felony charges for allegedly ripping his clients off, taking their money, and not doing the work. He's an unlicensed contractor named Jeffrey Scott Tenelsoff, and he operates businesses under the names Scooters or Four Seasons Construction. He gave Tim Mills and some of his neighbors a card.
And the guy handed me his card and said, hey, waive deductibles and no problem at all. So I don't know, I was going to call him.
To avoid the scams, the advice is simple. Do your homework, Google search, and check with the state to make sure the person you're hiring is legit and licensed to do the job you're looking for. And most of all, beware of that deal that's too good to be true. We all know how the rest of that saying goes.
There's going to be some people that are going to be out there trying to take advantage of some people. It's a shame, but it happens.
Now, I want to point out, by and large, what we're seeing out here is the community coming together to help those who need it. Most people really seem to have a purpose about them in trying to get this stuff cleaned up and get these folks' lives back to normal. But as far as finding a contractor, there are resources online to help you make sure you don't get ripped off. We've got some of those in this story for you at woodtv.com right now, Brian.
Leon Hendricks, great advice for anyone suffering from storm damage. Thank you for that report.